Taping this because I'm going to China, and I want to take this to the people that I meet with in China. And also we're going to use it to help maybe stir up some interest here. My name is John Alton. I have been in martial arts for about 26 years, and I've been running a school in Charlottesville for about 8 years. It used to be called the Three Emperors, and I've just changed it recently to Health Masters International because I have now become affiliated with martial arts and Chinese medicine in China. And we'll be bringing over masters from China to help teach kids, teach middle-aged people, teach older adults, teach seniors, all the benefits of martial arts in China, which include health benefits, not just self-defense. Now, what I'm going to show you today is sort of the full spread of what we can do and show you the forms that we work with. The way martial arts works is you learn forms. They're like dances, where you can do them just by yourself. You don't need a partner, you don't need anyone else. And out of those forms come certain techniques that you can use to defend yourself with, but it's also good for your health, it's good for your mental discipline, it's good for basically everything. And that's why it survived for thousands and thousands of years, because Chinese martial arts is one of the best exercises, if not the best exercise in the world. The reason it's great is because all you need is a body and your brain. You don't need any gizmos, no weights, no nothing. And you can stay in great shape and get health benefits, which will really surprise you. It goes even much further than what we can show you today. So, without further ado, I want to introduce a couple of my students to you. If you come forward here, this is my student, Ray Gaston. And Ray has been with me about 4 years, right? And this is Alex Joseph. And they'll be running the program here, and they're my best students. They've been with me each about 4 years, something like that. You've been here a little bit less than that. But they are extremely competent people. I put my total faith in them. They already run programs out of my school for me. They're the best students in terms of technique, and they're terrific athletes, very bright young men, and will bring a great amount of talent and energy to whatever course develops here. They're also great at teaching Tai Chi, and they're going to demonstrate some of that. And Tai Chi is good for children. It's a little difficult for children to become involved in it because you have to move slowly. But for seniors and for older people, middle-aged and up, and even, these guys are 17, 18 years old, and they've been doing Tai Chi since they were 14. And they will tell you that it is a terrific exercise, and they've benefited from it even at that young age. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Ray, and Ray's going to demonstrate the first two basic forms. This would be the very first thing you would learn when you come here. You would learn, it would take you approximately, if we were meeting once a week, it'd probably take you anywhere from 8 to 12 classes to learn these two forms right here. So without further ado, Ray, take it over. Okay, wait a minute. Very good. Thank you, Ray. Okay. All right. Now, Alex. No, I'm sorry. I will now demonstrate a stick form. You have to run the camera on this. Now this is one of the last things you would learn. I'm basically giving him time to get his breath. So, pardon me, adjust my costume here. And this is actually the very last thing that I'll tell you. You have to learn a lot of things before you learn this. is in Chinese called Kun, a long stick. Demonstrate this. Okay, now, Raymond's going to demonstrate an intermediate form. Those first two things that you saw him do are basic. It's the first thing you learn. This is what you learn somewhere around after 12 sessions or 2 or 3 months. After about 3 months of training, you'd move on to this. Nice. Very good. Okay, now, Alex is going to demonstrate the most complex and difficult form called Jiazu Chuan. In Chinese, that means comprehensive fist. And this is the most difficult, one of the most difficult forms in China that you can learn. And if you can do this, you can do anything. Okay? So Alex is going to, without further ado, take it away. Alex Joseph's doing Jiazu Chuan. Yes, good. Very good. Okay, now Ray is going to demonstrate another form that's getting closer to Tai Chi we call Baji Chuan. Baji means 8 direction fists. And this form is not as fancy as that. You don't have to turn flips and all that sort of thing, but it's still very effective, and it has a really effective martial art. So, Baji Chuan, Ray Gaston. Very good. Okay. Now, film here. Alex and I are going to demonstrate a form of Tai Chi called Yang style 24-step Tai Chi. And I think you can switch you back to this better. Okay. We're going to demonstrate. This is the kind of thing I make all my kids learn this form right here. This is really good for your balance and enables you to do the kind of things that you saw him do. Return to flip and all that. It's a very, very difficult form when you do it. But you need this to help you. Okay, very soft. Let's go back here. I want to demonstrate something about this. It looks soft and sort of relaxing, but he punches at me with his right hand. These movements, it's self-defense. Okay, do it again. Okay. Take him down like that. That's these movements. So all of them have self-defense applications. Someone comes up, grabs you around the neck like this. All he's got to do is step behind me, does leg, and then use this hand. Oh, well, where's his hand? There you go. He takes me down. So he grabs me around the neck, take him down like that. All from doing that. Very basic playground bully stuff. So if the playground bully gets you in a headlock, boom, throw him over, then you run away. I don't teach you to stand there and do this. I will teach you to box, but the main thing I teach is get away, run to a parent, run to someone who can help you solve the problem that way, but get away first. That's why he did that really hard form. That's like football. It's like running, that's a halfback doing broken field running right there. It would be really hard for anyone to get him down because he can do all that stuff with his body. So it's the same kind of logic as football actually, so it's not that foreign to us. But it's also beautiful movements like this. Make you have to extend your body, use all your muscles, so it's really good fitness for you. Now I'm going to have Ray do a more advanced form of Tai Chi to show you where you can go with this slow. This is an easy form of Tai Chi, relatively speaking. This is much more difficult. And Ray, just step out there, I'll direct you. Get in the circle there, that's probably the best place to get. And this is called Chun style Tai Chi. This is the oldest form. This is the original Tai Chi, about 400 years old, maybe a little over 400 years old. And this is where you can get a lot of power from. Learn how to generate a tremendous amount of power in a short distance by doing these exercises. Okay, that concludes our demonstration. That's not everything I teach. I teach punching and kicking and all that kind of stuff too. But that's nothing compared to these forms that you saw us do here. Much better for you. Self-defense is better, and it gives you to your health. And we're a martial arts outfit that emphasizes health over fighting. Always have been, never done it any differently from that. And we're just going to grow in that direction, and we're making efforts to become legitimate as medicine, as a form of legitimate medicine through places like the University of Virginia Medical School, and we have all the backing of the Chinese medical authorities behind us on this. So it's a good chance for you parents to involve your children in something that could really help them throughout their whole lives. It's a good chance for parents to do things themselves, which can really, I mean, in China, these movements, these Tai Chi is considered medicine. It's part of their public health program. So it's really good for you, and they have thousands of years to prove it behind it. I mean, why else would they keep getting up and doing it at 6 o'clock every morning by the millions if it wasn't something to it? You have to kind of reason it that way. There must be something to it. So anyway, that's what we can offer you, and you know, if we get enough people, I haven't really discussed the numbers with you, Lloyd, but we'll talk about that. If we get enough people that are interested. I've talked to kids as young as 7 years old and younger. So it's doable at almost any age, depending on the motivation of the child. So you have to be motivated. As I said, I absolutely trust these two young men to do a great job. They do a great job for me at my school. And anyway, that's the whole shooting match. You have any questions?
No particular clothes or anything required?
You can see we're just wearing like loose athletic attire. We don't wear karate costumes. We don't use belts. We think that's kind of impractical. We're probably going to have semi-uniform type things. These are these kind of pants right here, loose-fitting pants, and then we have T-shirts and sweatshirts that I've sold for years. I don't have any for sale now, but I will in the future. So there will be those kind of things. If you want to feel like you're a part of a school, we'll have those kinds of things. But otherwise, we don't feel it's necessary. Sometimes small children really like the idea of dressing up. I try to de-emphasize that and try to teach them that that's really not what this is about. It's about movement. It's about disciplining yourself to do movements. do that and start learning to make your body do things, you can make your mind tells your body to do certain things and you tell it to do other things. So it's just a general skill that ends up connecting into many aspects of your life, including things like how well you do in math and reading. Both these young men have had academic upsurges since they've been involved in this. And I've had that reported back to me by many of my students. Even older people claim they get their thought processes become clearer and sharper and that sort of thing. So, any other questions? No contact. There won't be any fighting. And if we can get to that state, but students will have to get to a certain level of competence before I will allow them to hit at each other. It's just too out of control otherwise. And it doesn't do anything but teach children. It's kind of abusive in my opinion. And I spent, like I say, 26 years in this business, and I've seen more bad come out of having people fight with each other than good. And the benefits of learning to fight are, short. They're very short term. They're not that great. So true self-defense is getting away, avoiding a situation, getting away. And then the Chinese philosophy is you train for many years without hurting people to become proficient at defending yourself. The American sort of karate way is that you spend 2 years getting a black belt and getting beaten up and beating other people up, and then you're supposed to come away as a person who can take care of themselves. And I think that has, like I say, if you go around and you look at people's long-term health that do that, it's not good. And the businesses themselves are short-lived, and the people who run the businesses have pretty awful times. I can tell you that from firsthand experience and from a lot of the people that I've been forced into association with because I teach martial arts. But this is a different level, different caliber of stuff. And like I say, this is we're going to be able to bring pure gold as far as this is concerned to this area, to Charlottesville, Scottsville, Harrisonburg. As far as we can. We're only going to be limited by manpower. So, well, thanks for coming. I hope you enjoyed it, and maybe I'll see you again soon.